that, we're live again. Guys, I know you love a little lunch break with the bull cow inside the building. I got something new and exclusive here. Most of y'all have not tried this yet. But most of you will know the name when I say it. So this is the seasoning that goes on Fire Wagon pizza. That's right. Fire Wagon pizza. I also got some peppers here. Beautiful ghost and a Scotch bonnet pepper. Yeah. Fire Wagon pizza. That is owned and operated by my friend Chris Miller of Miller's Savory Seasonings. That's right. If you guys have never done so, go look up Miller's Savory Seasonings. Go to their Etsy store and buy you some seasonings. Trust me when I tell you, you will not be disappointed, okay? This one, I don't think is on the website. I don't think it's released yet to the public. But this is what they put on their pizza in the Fire Wagon. So this is the Fire Wagon pizza seasoning. And it's going to come in handy today because I have something here that I'm assuming is rather bland. If you are watching the replay, smash that like button. Kevin, all the way from Hawaii. What's up, brother? So this is what I'm going to be reviewing now. We got all kinds of stuff going on here, but this is the 3-cheese spinach and artichoke pasta from Trader Joe's. This is not the one that was recalled. That had some meatballs in it. So yeah, and yeah, I know Kevin, you've tried Miller's Savory Seasoning before. I know it. Tell them in the comments what you think of it. I made jambalaya for a home fellowship with my church folk Friday night. And I used half a jar of the Everything Louisiana seasoning from Miller's Savory Seasonings. Phenomenal. And I thought to myself, if they don't eat all of it, I'll bring some home. And I'll have a good lunch the next day. That wasn't the case. It got devoured. They loved it. They went crazy over it. They went crazy over that jambalaya. And I figured they would like it, but man, it's the Everything Louisiana. It's what it was. It was the spices that was put in it. That's what made it as good as it was. Straight up and down. All right, let's get into this review, shall we? Let's get a little bit of this pasta here and season it up. Oh, yeah. Get out of Dodge. That is killer. We're going to try a solo dab. We're going to do an experiment right now. Solo dab of seasoning. Oh, yeah. Do me a favor. Smash that like button right now. All of yous. Okay. Especially if you want to see me eat this ghost pepper. And this Scotch bonnet. All right, so now we're going to go into the money bite. Now, first thing I have to do is try this. Once again, this is what I'm reviewing this on. We got to try by this solo to see how bland it is. Very bland, no flavor. This just made this gourmet, okay? But wait, there's more. Don't leave yet. Hang tight, man. Hang tight. Use your all your strength for a 1 minute attention span, jabroni. We're cutting up the Scotch bonnet pepper, and then we're gonna cut up this ghost pepper. I'm doing this the right way, guys. This is how I do it. All right, ghost pepper is cut up. Scotch bonnet is cut up. We're gonna come over here and put the peppers on the pasta. Ho 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 ho! I dropped a piece of pepper. One pepper ring. It's not considered abuse if it's only one. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing out there? Smash that like button. Bohemia. Madaya Car, what's good? All right, so now we're going to go. Now, you see we got the ghost pepper and the Scotch bonnet on there, right? That's going to give it the heat. But then this is what's giving it the flavor, jabroni. Fire Wagon. If you're in Pensacola, Florida, go find Fire Wagon Pizza and get you some pizzas. I see pictures every day and it makes me salivate. And I'm from New York and I'm Italian. I know pizza jabroni. But if you're not, go to Miller Savory Seasoning Etsy store and buy you some seasonings. Shebang, one of my favorites. All right, we got lots of seasoning and both peppers on this bite. That's money, Duke. Wow. Phenomenal. So that seasoning tastes like it's just Italian, man. I cannot believe, I mean, I can believe it because I know what good of a job Chris does with this stuff. But every time I try a new seasoning from Miller's, I'm impressed with it. And you know what? I shouldn't be because I know how good his stuff is, but top notch right there. All right, let me check the comments real quick. Smash that like button if you're watching. Death by condensed milk. Guy Fieri. Guy. Oh, my Lord. I've seen the sausage guy there. Mr. Sausage do the Guy Fieri. All right, let's do a money bite. I got some Italian bread here. We're going to put lots of peppers. We got lots of seasoning on there. If anybody else eats their food like this, let me know. Garlic bread and Italian bread are vessels for other things. They're a vessel for hot peppers. They're a vessel for your pasta. Chili Eskimo is watching all the way from Colorado. There you go. Look at that. When I tell you, if I had to eat this thing plain, I wouldn't be happy. If I was starving to death, I'd have to eat it, but it would be hard to get it down. This is bland. Has no flavor to it. With this on there and the peppers, gourmet. Like it literally does not taste like something out of a microwave. By the way, the pasta itself, these little bells, is very good. It's not mushy. It's thick pasta. So it has a good bite to it. It's the sauce that they use here. Spinach and artichoke. There are some artichokes, there's some spinach, but the sauce, very bland. No bueno. You know? But man, I'm burning that. The Scotch bonnet and ghost pepper together. There's a piece of that ghost right there. They had two different burns. You get that bonnet habanero type sting going, front of the tongue, front of the top of the mouth, instant, right? And then you got the build of that ghost pepper, that flavor of the ghost pepper, that almost fruity sweetness combined with the back end heat, the more the back of the tongue, the throat burn coming on, that's building. I'm burning pretty good right now, guys. And then the seasoning. Oh, man. He needs to market that stuff. Chris, if you watch this video, market it. Hands down, put this out. Miller's Italian. Miller's Spicy Italian. You have to make a spicy version of this too. Just got to. Man. I don't know how many times I've even went out to eat somewhere and I'm like, the food's pretty good, but it needs something else, right? The juice. That's what they call it up where I'm from. They used to have the old timers, okay? Capellos. Pizza joint, still the juice, I think. But they would have, like Capellos, when they took the pizza out of the oven, they would have, oh, look at all the peppers in there. Red and yellow. They had this mixture of like herbs, Romano cheese, Parmesan cheese. When they took the pizza out of the oven, they would, bam, hit it with that seasoning. The grease from the cheese and or pepperoni would kind of soak it up, but it would still sit there. You know, it wouldn't fully melt into it. And people just, they loved it. You know, like if you ask people in the 70s and 80s, what's different about Capellos? I don't know, but it's just good. The juice. The juice. Wow. Once again, I'm going to tell you guys, go to Miller's Savory Seasoning Etsy store. He has the Boss. I think there's a regular and spicy. He has 13 Flames of Fire. That is hot. If you are a chili head, it's in a smaller bottle like this, okay? If you're a chili head, 13 Flames of Fire. Then he has big jars of, which equals like 4 or 5 of these, of the shebang, the OG. It's an excellent seasoning. That's the original gangster. It's a seasoned salt. The shebang and the spicy shebang. Ooh, that stuff blows me away. I keep the shebang right on my table and just add it to stuff. Everything Louisiana, the best Cajun seasoning on the market, and I've tried many, and I've made my own, okay? And like I said, the 13 Flames of Fire. He does have a steak seasoning out now. He sent me one. I will review it for you guys. He might have another one that I haven't tried. I think he made a fish seasoning or Alaska seasoning. I'm not sure. Anyways, buy them all. That's all I can say. But definitely get your hands on that spicy shebang and that everything Louisiana. And the 13 Flames of Fire if you're not scared, jabroni. Let me tell you something, man. It takes a formula to make a good seasoning. Me, I've never written down, like for hot sauce, yes, you have to, I have a hot sauce company, you have to have a formula. Write it down. For my seasonings I've made my whole life, I've never written it down. I've just taken whatever I had in the cupboard that, make that seasoning and made it. They usually come out decent. But I've tried so many pre-made seasonings. They just didn't have it, right? In the internet age, there's a lot of people making seasonings, selling seasonings, and I've tried them. I've had some good ones, but nothing like this. Nothing like this. Chris Miller is gifted, okay? He can take a thought and say, you know what? I'm going to make a seasoning that's good for this. I'm going to make a seasoning that's good for all these things. He can take that thought and execute it with a formula that makes novice cooks into chefs. So, Fire Wagon, you guys may not, I don't think this is available. I think this was something he just sent me to try. And boy, oh boy, I'm impressed with it, man. Get those Italian herbs in there. The spices, the salt. It's freaking beautiful. Beautiful, jabroni. You're absolutely beautiful. But I'm glad you guys, thank you all for join me. I know it's a weird time for lunch. Most people will be watching the replay. If you are, please smash the like button. We need some more engagement on here. I don't always tell people smash the like button, but when I do, I got good reason. Scotch bonnet. I still got a nice chunk of this left. That slaps right there. Woohoo! Ooh, that's hot. Scotch bonnet's been burning me worse and worse as time goes on, I swear. Holy mackerel. Wow. I don't know why. I think my tolerance is low. That's one reason. Maybe it's the type of the season, I don't know. We have completed the challenge, folks. And trust me, this would have been a challenge if I hadn't put that season on. It would have sucked very, very bad. So, thank you guys, everybody that jumped on and watched. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, smash the like button. Remember, Uncle Bulkhau loves you guys. We'll be back. Miller's Savory Seasoning.